Hey guys, if you're around, pop in there. I don't think I'm going to do a super long live stream today, but I just got in from outside. I watered a few things, and I have to get back and water the nursery after this live stream. It's super dry out here on the Gulf Islands, so lots of watering at this time of the year. I love, um, I love the warm weather, but I dread this time of the year. The lack of rainfall, and the garden actually starts to take. Seeing some plants starting to suffer, unfortunately. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well there. Happy Friday. It is Friday, June 4th, and cooler today, which was really nice for working, and it's currently 18 degrees Celsius. We've been up mid to high 20s, and one day we hit, what was it, 30 there, so 30 degrees Celsius, which is okay when you're not working in it. And I was fortunate I wasn't working. I had 3 days off. So back to work today. I was work Monday, and then I went back to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, and I went back to work today. So yesterday we went to Goldstream on southern Vancouver Island. And man, if you guys like palm trees at a northern latitude, the entire town of Goldstream is palm trees from one end to the other. It's absolutely awesome. Goldstream Ave, Tracky palms, Camarops palms. There's cordylines. There are lots of southern magnolias, yuccas, and just lots of exotic plants. It's a really neat town. So we went to a little coffee shop. We had a coffee, and you're looking at a grove of palm trees. It's like you're somewhere else. That's the thing when you plant palm trees. It makes you feel like you're a lot more south than where you actually are when you're this far north. And you have to love that. I'm just trying. My new glasses I just got these today, and they're polarized. They're actually really nice to look through. So, but here, let me turn this light off here. I don't think we need that on there. Okay. Anyway, if you're in there, folks, pop in. And if you're not, well, that's nothing really we can do about it. But hope your gardens are flourishing. Hope you're getting more rain than what we are getting, because we're getting 0 right now. But this weekend, I do see a little bit of rain in the forecast. But unfortunately, when it says rain in our forecast at this time of the year, it's only millimeters, just millimeters, and it's not enough to do anything. And I was looking at the our smaller tree ferns in the back garden there, and I was just digging into the soil, and it is so bone dry. The soil on the top is a little bit wet where you water, and you dig down a little bit, and it's terrible. They're looking a little stressed. So I have a new palm coming, hopefully sooner than later. I just bought a new palm. I got a good friend on the mainland, longtime friend, Palm Society member, that picked me up a really special palm for our garden. And I'm not going to tell you what the palm is, the species, until I get it and actually plant it. So yesterday I created a garden for this new palm that we're going to be planting in our garden. And this palm is definitely going to need some help in the wintertime when it gets cold. So I think what I'm going to do is just hang Christmas lights off. I don't want to lose it. The palm is, worth around $500, but I got it a really good deal. So that's the only reason I got it. Otherwise, I wouldn't have got it. So it's a beautiful thing. He says it's around 8 feet tall. He did send me a picture of it. So I do have the garden bed already made for it. There's not really any competition from trees nearby. And the trees that are closest to it are going to get cut down anyway. So, and it's in a nice sheltered spot. We're putting it, and it should look really good there. So of the new palm we will be getting, when, I don't know. I can't really go over to the mainland to pick it up because that's where it is, just because if it's non-essential travel, you cannot go over to the mainland, and vice versa. You can't go from the mainland to here because of travel restrictions. You can only travel around Vancouver Island and the Southern Gulf Islands if you live on one of these islands. But if you live on the mainland, you cannot come over here unless it's essential, if you have a job or something like that. But to pick up a palm tree, I guess that's not essential enough. Well, to me, it would be. But it's a pretty cool palm. I think you guys will like it. And I will make sure to shoot a video of this new palm we're going to get for our palm tree collection. And it's not something you're going to find in a nursery. I got it from a Palm Society member, from another Palm Society member. So my Palm Society buddy picked it up from another friend of mine, which is also a long-time Palm Society friend. I used to, he used to come over to my place when I lived on the mainland, when I lived south of Vancouver. So I've known these guys a long time. So, and like I say, it's pretty rare palm in these parts. And hopefully it'll do well in our garden. Like I say, I'm going to have to give it some help in the wintertime. So I think I'll put some C9 Christmas lights loosely over it. And if it gets really cold, I may have to wrap it because I don't want to lose the thing. So anyway, I see one watcher in there. There was a few watchers. I mean, there's people that cruise through and they don't know what's going on. By the way, this is a live stream. This is Banana JSSI, this channel. So if you're passing through, feel free to stop in and say hi. I don't care where you are in the world. It's nice to have people from all over the world join in and leave your comments. If you're an exotic plant nut, palm nut, that's what we're all about. Goose, hey, Mr. Joe Lang checking in, current 18. Yeah, it's 18 here and 29. I don't know what let me just, hey, Paul, let me just check the humidity. Okay. Let me check the humidity. Okay, I'm back. 39.9. How's that for humidity? 39.9. How much water should you give a Tracky week during the dry season? Well, I mean, well-established ones. I mean, I know some. I have one in our garden I never water, but they definitely do better with water, that's for sure. So if you're in well-draining soil, you can pour the water to it, and they love it. They do love water, I can tell you that. So it's dry here, extremely dry. And if it's in a pot, you're going to water it even more, right? So we've been watering the nursery every couple of days. That's how dry it's been here. And it's like, yeah, I like this time of the year, but I don't like how dry it is. Apparently, it's been one of the driest springs on record here. So I'll tell you how much rain we've had this spring here in the Southern Gulf Islands. And for those of you who don't know where the Southern Gulf Islands are, we're off the extreme southwest coast of British Columbia, and we are in the same archipelago as Washington State San Juan Islands, and we are in a rain shadow. So because of that, we get a lot less rain. Okay, so for January, we had 211.2 millimeters. So that's quite a bit of rain. January can be a wet month. 211.2 millimeters. And for February, we had 58.1 millimeters, okay? And if you don't know what millimeters are, 25 millimeters equals an inch, okay? So 25 millimeters equals 1 inch. And in March, we only had 13 millimeters, okay? 13 millimeters of rain in March. April, we had 17 millimeters. And May, we had 13.7 millimeters. This is my data book here. I log the weather every day and rainfall, whatever, all that stuff. Mostly minimum, maximum temperatures, but rainfall as well and snowfall. And thank God we don't get snowfall at this time of the year. And if there's some other weather anomaly, I'll mark that down too. So anyway, Dylan, you can give your palm a lot of water in the dry season and also fertilize it throughout the growing season as well. And then if you're in a colder climate like us, colder winter climate, you can slow down on the fertilizer by mid to August. You probably don't have to fertilize it anymore. You want your palm to kind of slow down a little bit before it gets into the colder months, because what happens if they're pushing lots of growth in the cold months and you tend to get a really good cold blast, that new tender growth can fry a little bit, or you can get frostban or frost burn in it. So anyway, slow release fertilizer works good, or you can just use Miracle Grow. We have a wand on our attachment on our hose, and it's like these Miracle Grow containers, these canisters. It's already got the Miracle Grow in it. So with every watering, you're feeding your plants, right? And in the palm nursery, we use granular slow release palm food. I had a bunch of it given to me from the Palm Society. So a guy in the Palm Society. So they brought a whole whack load to me, brought in like a 50, 60 pound sack of the stuff. So I give it a slow release, and that lasts many weeks, right? So, and I just kind of throw it all over the palms, and it sits in the pots. And whenever you water, or it rains, which we're not going to be getting the rain, but whenever you water, it dissolves a little bit of that fertilizer down into it, just kind of like grass food. So, but I hope everybody's having a good day. We got scattered clouds here, and mostly cloudy right now, but still scattered. I can see some blue sky out there, and continuing dry. And I do see let me look at the forecast for tomorrow. I'm pretty sure I saw some rain in the forecast for tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see what we got here. Forecast for tomorrow is, and the forecast I use for us is a 7-day Southern Gulf Island Environment Canada forecast, but it's not coming up right now, probably because I'm live streaming. Anyway, we did have a B&B guest checkout yesterday, so it's been really slow at the B&B because of all this stuff that's going on, right? You know, B&Bs here are really taking a hit, but we did have a person stay for 3 days, and they only came over from the Big Island, Chemainus, which is a little town just across the water from us, so, and they liked it, and they're going to come back. They say they want to come back to our B&B, which is a good thing, right? So, but yeah, let's just see. Here's our forecast. Tomorrow is, come on, still loading and slow. But anyway, when we have B&B guests, it's really hard to do these live streams because it seems to suck some of the juice away from the internet. And right now we don't, so things are kind of going okay. Tomorrow we have sunshine. Sunday it says rain, and Monday it says rain. So Sunday and Monday rain, and tomorrow sunshine. But definitely cooler temperatures until next Wednesday. Then it warms back up again. But yeah, it's January weather. That's what it is. And that's fine by me. I hope it, if it rained every second day through January through June, we call it January here because June can be very unpredictable. But if it rained every second day in June, I would be more than happy. I just uploaded a video on my other channel here. I'm trying to put music to it, but it's not on there yet. So anyway, I hope your gardens are flourishing and I hope everybody's doing okay out there. And I know some of the restrictions are starting to get lifted. Restaurants are open. You can go in and dine now. It's about bloody time. And pubs, I think, are open here, but they still have the travel restrictions going on, which kind of sucks. But like I said, we went to Vancouver Island yesterday to a little town called Goldstream. And of course, we hit A&W on the way because we like A&W. But the town of Goldstream is amazing. So if you ever go to southern Vancouver Island near Victoria, check out Langford. And the town is called Goldstream. And it is the palmiest little town you'll ever see. From one end to the other, the main strip is just palm trees from one end to the other. Towering palms, Camarops palms. And we sat at this really cool little coffee shop, and you're staring at these beautiful palm trees all around you. So it gives you the feel, when it's 25 degrees Celsius outside, it gives you the feel that you're much farther south. That's for sure. Even on a winter day when you look out, if you're in the coffee shop looking out, it's the same thing. So anyway, it's pretty quiet in here. I'm not going to go so long on this live stream. Like I say, I have to get down and water the nursery. It's super, super dry there. And those potted plants, they don't want to be dried out too much. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Right. And well, not much more I can say there. So anyway, like I say, stay tuned for the special palm tree I'm going to be planting. Hopefully this month. If I can get it this month, that would be really cool. And if I don't, well, it's going to be next month. But I've already got the garden made out for the new palm tree we're going to be getting for our collection. And it's a pretty special palm tree. And I'm guessing it will probably be the only one of its kind on Salt Spring Island, right? It's well, the guy that bought it for me said it's 8 feet tall. He sent me a picture of it. You can't really tell by it in the photo, but I guess the trunk on it's probably about maybe this big, something like that. And beautiful fronds on it. But I'm not going to give any clues to what it is. You're going to have to wait for the video. When I shoot the video of the planting of the new palm tree, it might be on Wendy's channel too. Who knows? So anyway, when I was at Goldstream yesterday, I shot a video on Wendy's iPhone, and it just never, I did a live stream. I did this live stream on her iPhone, and for some weird reason, and I'm interviewing people around me and stuff like that, it did not go onto her channel. I cannot figure that out. It was actually would have been a really cool live stream. I mean, one lady was telling jokes, and the other couple of ladies were, one of them moved there from Ontario, the other one moved there from Edmonton or somewhere in Alberta, and I was yapping with them, and then I was yapping with some other ladies, and then I was showing you the palm trees, but it didn't go on. I don't know why the video did not go on. I was using the Wi-Fi from the coffee shop, and by the way, it was good coffee. I don't drink a lot of coffee. Usually once a week I have a small dark roast, but I had an Americano there, and it was good. And then, I'm tired. A busy day at work. And then we went to Home Depot before that. And we always go into the garden section. There's really nothing much interesting there these days. They used to have some really interesting stuff. Hello, Jane. How's it going? Aloha. They used to have some really good stuff at Home Depot, and I used to really enjoy going in there and looking at the garden center, but it was kind of just ho-hum blah plants. Nothing, just there's Trachycarpus palms, big deal. I don't need another Trachycarpus palm. I was hoping there'd be needle palms or some sable, not sable minor, but not butia, but Camarops. And they didn't have any Camarops. They didn't have any needle palms. They just had Trachycarpus palms, and definitely jacked the prices up there. Max, Lax, hello. Well, we got a few people coming in here now. That's good. I was just about ready to sign off. I was going to make it like a super short live stream. And, well, Wendy's cooking dinner down there. I know she's doing steak. She might be barbecuing. So I had a really busy day at work today. I was just like, I'm so tired. And I had 3 days off because I was at the hospital on Wednesday. So I took Tuesday off. I had a procedure. And then I was totally out of it on Wednesday. And then in the morning on Thursday, I was still kind of out of it. That anesthetic stuff they put in you, just when they put me to sleep and then I wake up, I just feel really nauseous, really sick. And it was gross. I got out of the operating room, as you could say, the operating room. And then I'm laying in my bed there. And I just felt so queasy after that stuff when it started to wear off. But it's so weird. I don't remember the time. I woke up. I remember waking up from the anesthetic. They put me to sleep. They knocked me out. I remember waking up. And then the next minute, I remember being in the parking lot at Wendy's vehicle because she's waiting there to pick me up. But I don't remember the time from me getting out of that bed, out of the hospital bed to walking to getting to her car. That's a blank to me. I don't remember. I don't remember that at all. It's so weird. It's just like blacked out. And maybe because, I was totally still drugged up, right? But it was really weird. I remember being at her car and seeing her, but I don't remember how I got there. If they put me in a wheelchair or whatever, it's just really bizarre. Really bizarre. And then when I got home, I slept for like at least another 3 hours. I think as you get older, that anesthetic stuff, it just hammers you. And I could have stayed awake through the procedure, but I'd rather just fall asleep. And then it's over with faster. In my mind, it's over with faster when they put you to sleep. So, but there's always a drawback to that stuff. When it starts to wear off, it makes me feel really queasy. And then when she's putting the catheter thing into my vein, whatever, she had a tough time. Like, I got big veins. She goes, "Oh, this is great. You got big veins. This is going to be easy to put this thing." So she's trying to push this thing into my vein, and I'm watching down, and there's blood coming out. And she's having a tough time getting into the vein. I mean, I can see my veins from here. And she calls to the other nurse. I'm having a problem. I'm having problems here. And she's apologizing to me as she's pushing this thing, puncturing my skin, and blood's coming out of it. I said, "Don't worry about it. I got a high pain threshold. Tattoos hurt way more than that." And she kept apologizing. So she called another nurse over, and then the other nurse said, "Well, the reason you're not getting into his vein because you're going on an angle. You're going crooked." So she just popped it right in there, and that was it. And then then when I got into the room, they said, "Well, you can watch the procedure." When I got into the operating room, there's a big TV screen there, like this monitor. And that's the last thing I saw before they put the knockout stuff into the IV. And boom, I'm gone, right? I'm done. And then I woke up. So, but I could have watched it on the screen, but I'd rather not watch it on the screen. And sometimes it's uncomfortable too. So anyway, I'm done for another 5 years, and I don't have to go back and do that. So anyway, hope everybody's doing well there. Jane, Max, and Paul, and Dylan. There's only 4 people in there today, so it's a very quiet live stream. Usually we have a lot of people in there, but it is Friday. Current time here is, well, let me look. I'll look at the computer. It's 4:55 p.m. Pacific time here on the Southern Gulf Islands. And yes, it is a beautiful spring. It is still spring. When is the first day of summer? I think it's June 21st. I think something like that, June 21st. So, but hopefully by the first day of summer, I will have the new palm tree. Oh, I'm doing good. Yeah, I feel good. I feel very good. And it's just part of my physical. I go for a physical exam every single year, but every 5 years I go for this. That other thing is part of the physical exam. So I get knocked out for it. But anyway, everything's good. I feel very, as far as I know, I'm pretty healthy. You know what I mean? I don't even remember the last time I was sick. I really don't. It's knock on wood. I rarely ever get colds or get the flu or anything like that. So, I never get the flu shot. I've never had a flu shot, and I just don't think I need it because I got a really good immune system. Every day I take zinc, I take vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin B12, CoQ10, and vitamin C. So I take lots of vitamins, and then I drink a big isogenic shake every morning with a banana in it. And that isogenics is good stuff too. It's kind of like the Greens Plus, right? But it's isogenic. So I have a nice isogenic shake, and I'm good to go for the day. So I always have lots of energy. So anyway, I feel good, and the procedure went well. So thanks. And it will be, another half a decade before I go for another procedure. It's just, don't you find time goes fast? I mean, it seems like I just had the last one, and now 5 years has passed already. And he says, "Hey, Joe, it's time to come in for that procedure." So anyway, it does go fast.
This is great.
Very, very fast. And, in another 5 years, our palm trees will be that much bigger. So, yeah, like I say, guys, I'm really looking forward to the new palm that I just bought. And it is on the mainland. It is at a special palm nursery right now, Palm Society members palm nursery that I got it from. So once I get it here, I think it's in a 20-gallon. It might be a 15 or 20-gallon pot. I'm going to plant it. I know there's up. Can you grow spindle palms? No, you could never grow spindle palms in this area. We're in Canada, so definitely not a tropical place here. And spindle palm, what's the Latin name for spindle palm? Why was I thinking Hyophorbe? That's a bottle palm. Spindle palm. What is the Latin name for that? It's a pinnate species, isn't it? It's definitely pinnate. It's a feather palm. So you got to remember our growing zone here in this area has been zone 9A since December 2008, late December 2008. That winter we dropped into the high end of zone 8B, and then every winter after we've been zone 9A again. And before that we were zone 9A, but every so often we can drop into a 9A, an 8B, sorry, an 8B growing zone where I live in this end of the island. But generally we're pretty mild. Our winters here, extremely mild. And like I say, we got water very close on. We're very close to the ocean here, so it does regulate the air temps in the wintertime. So we don't have extremes. There's just never really an extreme of cold until Alaska to the far north of us opens her doors up, which can happen every 10, 15 years, and she lets a little cold air down, and that's what drops our growing zone down into 8B. Why don't you come to Finland? I'll show you some really nice places. Yeah, Finland would be nice. I've shipped a lot. You know what? I have shipped a ton of seed to Finland. You want to know that? A ton of Trachycarpus seed to Finland, Norway, Sweden, Estonia, Poland. I'm trying to think where else. Denmark. So many different places up in that area I've shipped my palm seed to. So there's a lot of Salt Spring Island palm seed in Finland. You know, maybe one of these days. I mean, my vacations always take me to the tropics, right? To the Central Pacific, because I really love Hawaii. Scientific name. Oh, Hyophorbe. Okay. I knew. Okay. Hyophorbe. Right. Okay. I was thinking Hyophorbe Max Lax, but I was thinking the bottle palm. And no, it won't grow here, unfortunately, because we are in Canada. So I'll tell you what does really well here, what grows here with no fuss. Trachycarpus fortunei. Many Trachycarpus species grow here, no problem. Okay, no protection. Camarops humilis, not a problem. Sable minor will grow here, not a problem. They like more heat, but still not a problem. There's some nice ones in private gardens. Needle palms, not a problem. Camadorias, microspadics, and radicalis, not a problem. Butias, jubaeas, those are good ones too. So there's a lot of different palms we can grow here. But spindle palm, unfortunately, is not one of them. I got a Toyota 4-wheel drive. You could endless forest reindeer, cool, and the aurora borealis. You know what? I've only seen the northern lights once. Yeah, I heard Finland's very beautiful. You know, maybe similar to parts of Canada. Buying 65 pieces. We are buying 65 pieces. Can you give us F35. We are buying 65 pieces of what? So when I ship 100 seeds to you, it's $20. That's what it costs. So if I ship, we're buying 65 F30. Can you give us a discount? Oh, I thought you meant palm seeds. Fighter jets, really? Wow. Are you buying them from Canada? Really? Fighter jets. That's one thing you rarely ever see here over our properties are flying over here as fighter jets. You rarely ever see any military things here in Canada. We are next to Russia. I'm impulsive. Well, it's all right. I don't get offended. I don't get offended, so that's okay too, right? You got to remember, nothing offends me. I've seen and heard everything, and just there's nothing shocks or offends me anymore. So whatever you say, whatever anybody says to me, is not going to offend me, right? So that's all right. But I know Finland is up there, and the winters can get cold. And yes, reindeer are cool too. I've only seen reindeer like a few times in my life. There used to be the shopping mall. I love Americans. Yeah, cool. I'm not American. I'm Canadian. I'm in Canada, so but we are next to America. We are next to the U.S. They are our good neighbors to the south, and actually to the north. We have America to the north, and we have America to the south. Alaska to the north, and Washington State to the south, and Alberta to the east, and Hawaii to the southwest, and Yukon and Northwest Territories to the north. Man, we can get into from our province, we can get into Idaho, Montana, Washington, and Alaska. We can get into 4 states from British Columbia. No, I'm not American. Not American, I'm Canadian. So North America is a continent. It's an American continent. It's North American. It's not yeah, South America, North America. I'm in North America, but I'm in Canada. I'm Canadian. What a one palm you love that you wish you could grow in your area. Another one we grow here is Jubea too. Bismarckia. I like Bismarckia. Bismarckia and Lantania. I like Lantania. That's a good one too. They are awesome. So Bismarckia is great. Yeah, but I'm not American. I'm Canadian. It's North American, right? Okay. And there's South America. So North America, it's not owned by America. It's North America. U.S. is U.S. and Canada is Canada in North America. So you can't say I'm American. So I'd like to grow, Max, I think Bismarckia. Bismarckia would be good. Definitely. So I'm not seeing any of my moderators in here, so it looks like Joe's going to have to be a moderator today. Well, actually, I'm the administrator. So, but anyway, if I could grow a Bismarckia, and I've tried one before. Don't have to be sorry. Anyway, it's like Americans saying they're Canadian. Do you come across? There's no moose here. There's no moose anywhere near us. You have to go way up north for that. We have deer. There's elk on Vancouver Island. So we have deer on our island, although an elk did swim over from Vancouver Island. We have mountain lion and we have deer on our island and raccoons and mink. But there's no moose anywhere near us here. Yeah, you have to go way far north to see moose or into some of the other provinces, right? But yeah, they're a long way from us. And there's no bear on our island either. Once in a blue moon, bear will come here. But usually the farmers end up blasting them, right? They end up shooting them because there's a lot of sheep farm here, and the sheep farmers want to protect their livestock. So if they see a bear near their sheep, or they see a cougar near their sheep, which is a mountain lion, they shoot them. So yeah, I'm glad we don't have any moose here. You know why? Because if a moose got into our garden, man, it would totally destroy it. I remember one time going out into the garden, and I look, and there's this massive horse out in our garden eating our kiwi. So it got loose from the farm down the road, and it happened to venture into our property, and it's eating our kiwi vines. And I shoot it out. I got it out of the yard, but man, that thing was a big horse, and I think it was actually one of those draft horses, like almost kind of Clydesdale like. And man, it could make a mess. It could really make a mess of the garden. And if a moose got in the garden, if we did have moose, I couldn't even imagine the mess. They'd probably eat our palm trees too. But luckily, deer don't really eat palm trees. It's not on their favorites list. I've seen them once in a blue moon in somebody else's garden where the deer are really bad, smash them up with their horns. The bucks rut them with their horns, or they chew on the ends. But moose, they may eat palm trees, and that would suck. So most of our garden is fenced off, but not our whole property. We don't have our whole property fenced, just some of our gardens. A third of the world population is, well, that doesn't surprise me. Isn't there like 1.5 billion people in China? Well, it's fine. We've got lots of Chinese people here too, and I love China. I am in the mood for Chinese food right now. How many of you people love Chinese food? Do you have any compost bins? Yes. We have a compost bin. We have one compost bin. No, I don't have any worm farms. There was a guy here that used to have a worm farm, but he sold his place. Worm farms are cool. I like them. And you got to love earthworms, but we have one compost bin. And in the compost bin, I put grass clippings, seaweed, vegetable scraps from the kitchen, and we turn them in. There's lots of red wiggler little earthworms there, right? So, and then we use the compost in the garden. But yeah, we only have one. I should probably make another one. So anyway, Chinese people don't bother me, and I do like Chinese food, but there's no Chinese people anywhere where I live here in this area, but south of us, not just down the road, there are some. They own actually the resort. They actually own Salt Spring Resort. They also bought, what else did they buy a few years back? They bought one of our vineyards here too. I think Chinese people have a lot of money, or at least China has a lot of money. They seem to be buying a lot of stuff up here in North America, or at least on this side of the border anyway. So how many of you people like Chinese food? I'll ask you that question. Any thoughts on Chinese food? I absolutely love dim sum, and one of my favorites is actually chicken feet. I love to eat chicken feet. Chicken feet is yummy. Chinese is actually communist. Yeah, they're communist, but I'm not communist. I'm not into communism. I just said I like Chinese food. I don't like communism. So you wouldn't like that one bit. What's that? Wouldn't like what one bit? I like Chinese food, and I don't mind Chinese people. I mean, you know what I mean? But I wouldn't want to live in China. You know what I mean? Not my thing. It's whatever you're into, right? I'm not into communists. I'm not into communism, and I'm not into communists. That's not my thing, man. I like freedom. And I think the guy running this country is kind of like that. That's my opinion. That guy's got to go. He's got to get out of here, man. Hopefully next election he will be gone. Gone. He ain't getting my vote, that's for sure. And he won't be getting a lot of other people's votes too. It's too wishy-washy for me. So, but speaking of Chinese, yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for some Chinese food. Maybe some chop suey. Chinese is anti-freedom. Yeah, if you live in China, I guess it is for sure. Yeah, they try to take everything. Why do people call Butia agris? Never heard of that one. I know what Butia agris is. Yeah, I definitely know what Butia agris is. So my Butia agris, which I thought it actually was, and now I see it's not, is actually looks more like a pure Ciagris. It looks like a pure queen palm. So I planted it in February 2018, and the only means of protection I give it is some metal stakes around it because I have videos of it, and I just put a plastic can bag over top of it. And if it gets really cold, I can put a little styrofoam around the trunk. But it seems to be hanging in there. I don't think it's going to be a long-term palm here, but we'll try to keep it going as long as I possibly can, right? And so far, so good. It looks good. It's growing well. But like I say, I got a new palm coming, and I will shoot a video of it when it arrives. I just bought it the other day. It was nearly $500 palm tree, and I got it for a really good deal through the Palm Society. And it's a beautiful palm, but it's definitely going to need some help when it gets cold. I was told it's 8 feet tall. The guy sent me a picture of it, and it's around 8 feet tall. So I've already made a garden bed for it, and we're going to put that palm in that garden bed, and it's going to look absolutely awesome. But what I'm going to have to do, I think I'm going to put some Christmas lights. I'm going to try to make maybe just a couple of metal poles beside it, so the Christmas lights will kind of hang down over it. I don't think I'm going to wrap it in the Christmas lights and just use it when it gets really cold. The most scariest thing is that we have one weapon that can destroy a whole thing. The most scariest thing is that we now have one. What? Who does? Red Bunny, you're supposed to be in Finland. So Finland has one weapon that can destroy a whole country. So are you talking about China or are you talking about your country? The scariest thing is that now weapon that can destroy a whole country. It's called MAD. Huh. Never heard of it. I don't follow war stuff and I'm not into military. I'm really not into military stuff and I don't follow war stuff. Hey, Matt Capper, good to see you in there, man. And to you as well. Yeah, another nice day on the islands, and it was a great day for working outside. I enjoyed it. I was actually mowing the sports fields today, and then I mowed Rotary Park beside Thrifty's Foods in town. So it's good working weather. A little cooler today, 18 degrees, something like that. So definitely a lot cooler than what it's been, but we'll take the 18 degrees Celsius. When I'm working, I don't want it much hotter than that. When I'm not working, it can be hotter than that. But we were down in Goldstream yesterday near Victoria, and it's beautiful out. I don't know if you've ever been to the town of Goldstream, but they have some really nice palm trees there. The town is just completely filled with palm trees. And whenever we go, we actually get our dog groomed there. We get our dog groomed in Goldstream. So we went to the coffee shop there and had a nice cup of Java and enjoyed all the palm trees. Cordyline's blooming there right now too. Do plan to retire? Well, not right now. I'm 57, so a few more years anyway. I do like my job, and the longer I go, the better the pension will be, right? So got to go a few more years. Yeah, it was way fresher today. Tuesday was Lady Smith. Oh. Yeah, it was hot. Yeah, we've had some very warm days here, and it shows it on some of our Fatsia plants. They're burnt. The leaves are actually burnt. Heat stress on these poor things, right? So it's nice to get a little bit cooler temperatures. And if we get some rain, it'll be even better. Way better. It's been one of the drier springs on record. And I read the rainfall amounts for this year, and we haven't had a lot. For May, we had 13.7 millimeters. So it's like at this time of the year, it's like non-stop watering. Lawns are really dry. Rotary Park beside Thrifty's is brownish, mostly brown, little bit of green in it where the sprinkler hits it, but most of this lawn is brown. The sports fields are starting to brown too. Here in the South Australia, we have a lot of street. Oh yeah, Jacaranda Mosifolia. I grew a bunch of those from seed years ago, and do not like our climate. Jacaranda Mosifolia, I think they're native to Brazil. They absolutely hate our climate. Matter of fact, most of them perished from botrytis before it even got really cold. They got when it started getting really damp in the late fall, cool and damp, they did not like that weather. Sunday could be some rain. I hope so. Yeah, Sunday looks like some rain, and Monday, and then it gradually back up, nice weather. But you know what June's like, right? We call it January here on the coast, so that's okay, right? We'll take it. I mean, if it wants to rain every second day, it'll be good for our garden because, it's just nonstop watering, and we're on a well, so we have to really be careful. And it kind of serves our well because you get some B&B guests that really waste water, and that sucks. How are you guys doing? So anyway. Most people just need to chill. I got to add Joe, saw you were live. Okay, thanks for popping in there, Matt Capper. Pop in anytime and have a good weekend, man. Enjoy the sun tomorrow and the rain on Sunday, if it does rain on Sunday. I mean, we might not get that much rain. That's the thing. They say rain, it could be only a couple of millimeters. So if it rains, I want it to be a good rain, right? A really good rain so it actually soaks in a little bit. I wasn't planning on going this long. We're up to just about 40 minutes. And and hang loose to you too. You like the hang loose symbol. I got that emoji on my iPhone, but I cannot find it on my computer icons. It's only on my iPhone for some weird reason. I don't know why. Maybe I have to search it out. There must be some special icons I can find it. I'm sure, right? So Tomorrow, if I do a live stream, I'll probably do it on Jungle Joe C, or I will do it on Gulf Island Rock, right? So, and I'll take it outside. We'll do a live stream outside. The nice thing when I do it on Gulf Island Rock, Wendy's got an iPhone, so I can do it on the iPhone. Thank God to the aliens. Red bunnies, what is going on? Thank God to the aliens. What aliens? I mean, I'm sure there might be some out there. I just don't know where they are right now. I guess they're on some other planet, maybe in some other solar system, right? So, red bunnies, I've never seen you in here before. Are you growing palm trees? Are you a palm grower? Are you a gardener? Because you know my garden, this channel pertains to gardening, right? It is palm trees and exotic plants, but sometimes we do get off topic. And right now I am off topic. Sometimes we talk about food. Sometimes we talk about travel. Sometimes we talk about weather. We talk about climate. I'm looking forward to steak tonight, I'll tell you that. And hopefully the aliens don't come down and take them off our barbecue. Right? Hello, Fu Santos. Fu Santos. That's an interesting name, Fu Santos. How's it going? Where are you? Where are you from? And if you don't know where I'm from, I'm in the Southern Gulf Islands. I'm in the Gulf Islands off the west coast of Canada. No, stuff will grow up there where you are, I'm sure. I'm sure there's plants that could probably grow where you are. You just have to do a little homework and you could find some plants that'll work in your area. The Arctic Circle is very, very far away from here. So I've never been up there, but I don't know. I'm not too sure what grows up there, but something must grow. I live in Tahiti, my friend. Tahiti. Fu Santos. Wow, cool. Yeah, never been there before. My father-in-law went to Tahiti years ago, back in the late 1980s. It's he said it was really nice. Very expensive, but very nice. I think it's like French Polynesia. Do you enjoy seeing reptiles? Yes. I used to have lizards when I was a kid. We have native lizards and snakes here on Salt Spring. So, I'm a conqueror. I'm a Viking and I'm a conqueror. What are you going to conquer? Yeah, French Polynesia, tropical. Very nice in Tahiti. Actually, I think that's where the Hawaiians came from. Didn't they come from Tahiti? French Polynesia, somewhere down there. Best plant to grow under and around most palms. Underneath the palms, we grow Helleborus. In the shade, we grow ferns, evergreen ferns. We grow vinca. We grow for ground cover periwinkle. We grow hostas under them. We grow skimia. We grow serica. God, there's a lot of stuff we grow under. A lot of ferns. Wendy collects ferns, so we have a lot of ferns. How do you get the mule palm? How did I get the mule palm? I had them sent to me from California as seedlings years ago. So that's how I got the mule palm. But a mule palm is a hybrid. It's a cross between two palms. But I had mine sent to me from he might have been a Palm Society guy, Southern California Palm Society chapter. And he sent me a bunch of palm trees up for nothing. And so that's where I got the putia from. He also sent me I think he sent me waggy, some waggy seedlings I got in the garden. He sent me a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway, a mule palm is a hybrid. It's a cross between two palms. And you'd have to look online to get a mule palm. It's not a common palm here. I mean, you're not going to find it at a nursery. I don't think there's any mule palms at nurseries in Canada, but you probably have a lot better luck maybe in the States through a collector. It's a collector's palm. So you could try Jungle Music palms in Southern California. Relatives, Great Britain, etc. All Caucasians in America. Yeah, well, my relatives came from Italy, right? So dad's side of the family is Italian, came from southern Italy. My wife is Irish, Scottish, right? So we all came from somewhere. We all came from somewhere originally, right? But the first people here were the natives. Yeah. So, they came from Reggio Calabria, my dad, near Sicily, right across from Sicily. I call it on the toe of the boot. right? Southern Italy, our little town called Ardori, Ardore. Ardori is the town in Reggio di Calabria, and they're right on the Mediterranean Sea. Here's where they live on the toe of the boot, and there's Sicily. So they're looking right at Sicily. The only thing separating them is a little bit of water. And then they're right near Sicily. Lots of mafiosa down there, right? And lots of good food too. My Auntie Mary, she's still alive. She's going to be 99 years old in September. She still cooks great Italian food, and she still lives by herself. And I don't know if you guys like Italian food, but I know most people do like Italian food. So you can say US and EU is blood related. I guess you could if you wanted to, yeah. And Canada too. Well, a lot of them. I mean, people from all over the world. I mean, what's a true Canadian and a true American? They would be a native. They would be like a First Nations Indian, right? I mean, you can't really say Indian anymore. I can. I'm not politically correct, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So a native person that was here from the beginning, but maybe they came from somewhere too. I don't know. Maybe they came over from Asia or Siberia. But I know everybody came from somewhere, right? A lot of the first settlers came from Europe, right? They came over to the United States. They came over to Canada. So Canada is made up of people from all over the world, you know. There's not really a lot of true Canadians unless you're like a native person, right? They were murdered by the Spanish. Who was murdered by the Spanish? They were murdered by the Spanish. Who was? The natives? I don't know much about that. There's, I mean, we have Spanish people here. We have people from all over the world in Canada, right? I mean, our Aztecs and Mayans. Our first settlers here on our island were Black Americans, Hawaiians, and who else? Brits. There was Portuguese. There's people from all over that came here, and even Japanese. What about the mountain coconut palm, Parajubea torrellii? Yeah, beauty, isn't it? I have a small one in a pot. Jeff, my buddy's got a really nice one in his garden in Victoria. That's a beautiful palm, Parajubea torrellii, the mountain coconut native to the high elevations of the Andes Mountains. Yeah, they're a pretty cool palm. So that's an awesome plant, and it's a nice pinnate species. So still marginal here in a bad thing with his. Like, he got it from a guy that had outside a few years, and it did really fine in his garden. So it's he dug it out. The guy didn't want it, so my buddy Jeff has it in his garden. It looks really good. It's doing very, very well, and he's got an amazing palm collection. And mountain coconut should be one that would work really well on the Oregon coast. Here, it's definitely going to need some sort of winter help when it gets really ugly cold out, right? So it'd be like a short-term palm here, maybe more long-term on the far west coast of Vancouver Island, over in Tofino, the Pacific rim of the island, right? Very, very mild, wet winters over there. Our winters are mild, but it's slightly milder over there. If you like pines, look up the wool. I know. It's, yeah, they grow them here on Salt Spring Island. My friend has a really beautiful one in her garden here. She planted, God, she planted that one close to 20 years ago, I bet. Beautiful Willamette pine. And they were found growing in this remote, I think, canyon in Australia. And they were just newly discovered. Because I remember we started selling them at our nursery. It was probably the late 1990s. I saw the first Willamette pine. And they were expensive. Little ones were $100. There's more stars in the universe than there are grains of sand in the earth. Well, aren't you a fountain of information? I didn't know that. Now, what is reality? I don't know. What is reality? Reality is the length of this live stream. I'm just going to see if I can actually make it an hour. I got about 10 more minutes, right? If I can make it 10 more minutes, it will be an hour. But yeah, I didn't know that. But there's a lot of grains of sand on the earth, right? So nobody knows how far the universe goes either. That's the thing. So I think it's almost, how do I say? Thinking we're the only ones here. There's got to be more out there, right? There's got to be more out there than us. It's got to be arrogant. I think it's almost arrogant when we think when you don't believe in anything outside of our solar system. And the universe is so vast, and this is my opinion, that there has to be more to us living on Earth, right? That's the way I see it. There's got to be people, other people out there somewhere else. Oh, sweet. My video went on. Okay, cool. My other video went on. I'm going to go put it on right now. I videotaped some protesters yesterday in front of the Jab Clinic. I call it the Jab Clinic. So they were protesting out there. So made for a good video. Where did you come from? I was born and raised here. That's where I came from. I'm from Vancouver. That's where I came from, Vancouver. Intelligence. Yeah, there's got to be intelligent life out there for sure. That's what I think anyway. I'm not narrow-minded. I don't have tunnel vision. There's a lot of people that have tunnel vision and they don't want to see beyond that. So I see beyond that and I'm open. And I'm just very, very open-minded. So I believe there's more to us here on Earth. There's got to be something out there, very intelligent life, I'm sure. Too many people have seen them, right? UFOs and stuff like that. And there's no explanation for what they've seen. So they're probably from out of this world, no doubt, right? I'm sure. So that's good. My video went on. That makes me happy. So anyway, we're 51 minutes into this live stream. It's an okay live stream. I mean, I've had better live streams, but I'm just kind of babbling away here. This planet is like dust. Well, compared to what? All these stars and stuff in the universe, or all the planets, right? What is it like dust? What are you comparing our planet to? Because, I mean, it's pretty small compared to a lot of the other ones. Let's see if this goes. Oh, good. I got an ad on it. Awesome. That's awesome. Okay, perfect. Okay. Can Windmill Palm grow in sand? I don't think it would be happy. I think it would dry out. I do not think a coconut or Windmill Palm would like it in pure sand, right? Coconut palms can grow in sand because I see them when they wash up on the beach. They root. It's in your instincts. Yes. So red bunnies, what are you all about? I'm curious. All these interesting questions you have here. What are you about? Are you into astronomy? Are you into gardening? Are you a guy? Are you a girl? I'm very curious because I don't know. Red bunnies. Red bunnies. That's an interesting name. Why red bunnies? What does that mean? I don't know what red bunnies means. Is that that's your handle? Is that what people call you? Or do you have a red bunny? Or is that your name? Your first name's Red and your last name's Bunnies. Banana JSSS, you know what that stands for? Banana Joe Salt Spring Island. And somebody asked me, what does Banana JSSI stand for? Banana Joe Salt Spring Island. So that's why that's the name of my channel. So, and my other channel I'm watching right now, I just uploaded a video. It's Jungle Joe C. So we got about 6.5 more minutes, and then I'm going to go down and see how Wendy's doing, and then I'm going to go outside and I'm going to have to water the nursery. The nursery is crying for H2O. It is that dry. I watered it a couple of days ago, and those potted palms, they really need the water. So we have to water them and keep them happy. The worst thing is when your palms dry out and they get beyond coming back and they end up dying on you. That's not a good thing. So it's a tough time of the year here in the Gulf Islands. It's actually much tougher to grow plants in the summertime than it is in the cooler months. I just think there's much more to reality. I'm sure there is, red bunnies. I'm sure. Yeah. I agree. So do you have any videos uploaded, red bunnies, or do you just have a YouTube channel with no videos on it? I'm curious. I haven't checked out your channel yet. I have not checked out anything on red bunnies. Matter of fact, it's the first time I've seen you in there. Red bunnies. That's a very cool name you got there. Yeah. And everybody's got a different name out there. Stormy and Friends. SAF. Yeah, I mean, you know what, Stormy, you could actually plant one in some sand and for an experiment and see how it does. Water it and fertilize it. I was 12. You're 12? You're 12. Red bunnies, you are 12 years old. Okay, I saw one when I was 14, and then I saw one when I was probably 26. Both times with people with witnesses. Actually, I might have been 27 the next time. So 26 or 14. Actually, no. January, I was 13. So the first time I saw when I was 13, January 1978, with my dad and my sister, and then I saw one. It would have been maybe May 1990 or 1991. Actually, somebody saw it first, and they pointed to it, and I looked up and I says, "Hey, that's pretty strange. Whatever we're looking at." He ran into the river, and it was with my brother. Cool, cool. Yeah. Well, we saw it. I remember looking at satellites one night because I like to look in the night sky to see satellites going by. And I did spot a satellite or two. And then I spotted this one satellite and I saw something that just did not make sense to me. So I called my dad and my sister out. We watched this thing and then it shot off. And it was not a shooting star and it was not a satellite. So we don't know what it was. A UFO is an unidentified flying object. So I don't know what the heck it was, but we saw something. And then the second time, when I was 26 or 27, I was working. It was a sunny day. I think it might have been late May, could have been beginning of June. I'm thinking more like May, though, end of May. One of the guys I'm working with, we're working outside, points up into the sky. We had machines running. I was running a loader, big tractor. He was running a loading machine. He pointed up into the sky. And there was something up there that did not make sense in a metallic object. Oh, you got it. You got the package already. Well, Space Banjo, that is fast. Okay, so those seeds are actually off 30-year-old palm trees from a zone 8A climate, okay? That's why I sent you them. So those seeds are from palms that I planted as babies over 30 years ago. I think it was around 1990 or 91. I planted the palms, and now they have 25 feet of trunk on them or more, and they produce a lot of seeds. So those are from a cooler area, southeast, about 25 miles southeast of Vancouver. I had videos of the palms. So that's what those palm seeds are from. So they're Trachycarpus, Fortunae palm seeds from a little bit cooler area. So, well, I'm glad. And then those should be hybrid seedlings. Hello from Palestine. Cool. It's pretty awesome to have somebody in there from Palestine. So I'm glad you got them. That seems pretty quick, Space Banjo, because I mailed them last week. That means mail is going a lot faster. About time. And I think I sent you a sticker and then you got some soap. No. The seeds are not hybrids. The seeds are not hybrids. They are just pure Trachycarpus fortunae seed. I didn't have a lot of hybrid seed left and I'm selling it on eBay, right? So I have to, because if I get orders, I have to ship it on eBay. So I didn't have a lot of hybrid seed left. I've been selling a lot of it. So those are just pure Trachycarpus fortunae seeds. But the palms they came from have really stiff fronds. They have big, stiff fronds on them, so they're nice. If I ate a seed, a little tree grew in my tummy. Why don't you try? Why don't you find out? Eat one. Eat one and see if it grows in your tummy. Watching from Israel. Cool. Israel. Yeah, it's one place I've never talked to my two-way radio yet, I don't think. I don't know if I've talked to Israel yet. I talked to California the other day. It was great. Turn on the radio. Guy comes in from Sacramento, California, moved to another channel, and we talked for, I don't know, 9 or 10 minutes. I shot a video of it. It was great. Really nice conversation with a guy in Sacramento, California. So Israel, another place I'd like to see. Israel would be an awesome place to visit. There's a lot of history in Israel, right? So don't know if we'll ever get there. Don't know if we'll ever get to Israel. You know what I mean? I'm just hoping to get back to Hawaii again. What's up, bro? Michael Morris. Good to see you in there, Michael Morris. It is another beautiful day on the Southern Gulf Islands. And but dry. Too dry for my liking. And I want some rain. Michael Morris in the house. Good to see you, Michael Morris. Did you see the... Yes, I did. The Metro Sideros post, yeah, from Hawaii. And I think I commented on it too. I know you posted one there of something on one of this on my page, and in my Facebook page, and I did comment on it. It was awesome. Mr. Dickinson, Jack Wilkinson, please can we ban milk? Who's milk carton? Milk carton. Got lucky with the draw. Yeah, it does usually take a lot longer to get to you from here. Only found in Oahu. That is pretty cool, Jane. That plant looks very familiar now. I'm sure I've seen that on Oahu somewhere. Israel and Palestine. Yeah, I'm somehow not really believing you, Jack Wilkinson, because that doesn't even seem like a name from over there. How dry is it on an island? Man, it's so dry here. It's one of the driest springs we've had on record. It is so dry here, Michael. The grass, the lawns are brown. And you got to remember, we're on a rain shadow, okay? Just because we're on an island doesn't mean it rains a lot. We're in a rain shadow, so we get a lot less rain than surrounding areas. Extremely dry here. Dry summers. Would you visit the Sahara Desert? Probably not. So Mr. Dickinson is a troll. So what I'm going to have to do is get rid of him right now. Okay. Okay. So anyway, yeah. So being in a rain shadow, it's yeah. Mr. Dickinson is banned for now. See, there's no moderators in here except me, so I'm the moderator right now. And when you goof around on here, you get the boot. Bye bye. So anyway, Jane, yeah, that's a pretty awesome plant, and I'm glad you posted a picture of it there. And I like when you post pictures of things from Hawaii because I love plants or anything from Hawaii. It's a pretty awesome island, Oahu, and all the Hawaiian islands, of course. But that plant looks very, very familiar, and I may have seen it before. Well, I am right now, Jack. I am right now because I don't have any moderators in here, so I guess I have to run the show. Usually I have one or two moderators in here, but I don't have any moderators in here right now. So anyway, looks like we've made it over an hour. Anyway, like I say, when the special palm comes, stay tuned for a video of the planting of the special palm tree we have. So you know what? It's all right. We got lots of moderators. They're just probably doing something right now out in the sunny weather. So anyway, we have two. Yeah, no, it's kind of a lame live stream today. Usually it's a lot more lively. But anyway, the new palm I'm getting will hopefully be here soon enough, and then I can shoot a video of me planting it. No, I won't trust any of these people I don't know for mods. Once you're in here for a while, live streams, then I'll trust you. What's the maximum amount of palms can grow in it? Ha ha! I would put a lot of stuff in there, Daniel. I would be cramming them in there 3 by 3. I would put 3. I would put 3 Tracky Compost palms in there. There's one. You know what? I've probably seen it at Lion Arboretum, Jane. Maybe that's where I've seen that. I mean, I've been to Lion Arboretum a lot. So, and I love Lion Arboretum. It's one of my favorite places to visit on the island of Oahu. And I've got some really good videos of Lion Arboretum here. And one of my favorite palms in Lion Arboretum is the Talipot palm, the giant is it Corypha? Corypha. And they're the ones that I did this. Okay, so now Jack is going. Good. Okay, so yeah, the Talipot palm is the one that flowers and dies, right? Metrosnera rose is only found in the mountain summits of Oahu. So, and what are the highest mountains of Oahu? Maybe, are they 2,000 feet, something like that? I mean, the highest mountain here is about 2,300 feet. In Israel, we have Dr. Liam Scott. Cool. That's all right. Toxic plants are fine too. We grow lots of toxic plants. Euphorbia, oleanders, Helleborus. I'm trying to think what else we have that's toxic. I mean, we have a lot of toxic plants, right? It's got to make sure you don't put them in your mouth. And you tell kids not to put them in their mouth. You got to teach your kids when they're young not to be putting everything in their mouth, berries, plants, and this and that, right? Because, I hear this all the time. Well, that's a toxic plant, and you shouldn't have that in your garden. I'll grow anything exotic that grows here. If it's toxic, I don't care as long as it grows in our climate. 3,000 foot. Wow. So you got higher mountains on Oahu than here on Salt Spring Island. 3,000. So that's up there. That's cool. Yeah, I've never been up to those mountains. That would be kind of nice. So are they over more near the North Shore in that area? Or are they in the center of the island? Ku'ulua Mountains. Love to go there. Love to go see the tops of those mountains, Jane. I don't know. Well, hopefully things will open up soon, and then maybe next year I can come back to Hawaii. That would be kind of cool. As long as I don't have to quarantine or anything, because I'm not getting the jab. You know what I mean? So if it's okay for people that are non-jab to go there, then I'll go still. But if I have to get jabbed, I ain't going. That's the way I feel. So I want to go back to Hawaii, and I love Hawaii, and I'd love to go back to Oahu, because Oahu, there's a lot of cool things to see. I like Foster's Garden and Waimea Falls. We used to go to the flea market at the Aloha Stadium. I love the flea market at the Aloha Stadium. And when the International Marketplace was there, we'd always go in there, but it's the same stuff over and over. I kind of get sick of that. Divides the island. Okay, divides, so it goes down the middle of Oahu. Yeah, well, I've probably driven right past those things then, because I've been around the island and through the island many times over the years. I remember all the sugarcane and stuff that used to grow there, but I think it's all gone now. They got rid of that years ago. Now, I heard all the pineapples are gone. Like, is it true the pineapple farms are gone from Oahu? Is like they have the Dole one there so tourists can see, but do they still grow a lot of pineapples commercially on Oahu, or is that a thing of the past? Because I know sugarcane, I think, is a thing of the past. On Maui, they got rid of all the sugarcane, and it's cheaper to grow it somewhere else. I think it was just too costly to grow it in Hawaii. So sugarcane is now toast. Yeah. Anyway, I'll go a few more minutes, and then I'm going to go head out to the palm nursery, and I'm going to have to do some watering. It's just really needing water. I can hear those palm trees crying for a drink. And if I don't give them a drink, they're going to be very unhappy palm trees. There's thousands of palm trees out there to water, and we don't want to lose one of them from drought-like conditions, right? It's been that dry here. Mountain separates the North Shore and the South Shore. It's steep. Cool. Ridges caused by lava, I would imagine, right? Those ridges in the mountains are probably caused from lava back in the day when there was lava flowing. Because, I mean, we all know the Hawaiian Islands are volcanic, right? And there's always something erupting over on the Big Island, right? Kilauea, spewing lava down into the ocean, creating maybe more land for the Big Island, or maybe just creating another Hawaiian island. Who knows? I mean, they came up out of the ocean, so they're there now, and I'm sure there's probably newer ones going to be created over the next tens of thousands of years. You can see Ku'ulua Mountains. Used to be cool. Okay, dinner. Okay, you know what? I got to go for dinner. That sounds cool, Jane. I'd like to see that. Do like cactus plant. I love cactus plant. We have a nice cactus garden here. We have a lot of cactus growing. So yes, Stormy, I love cactus. Cacti. We have a lot of cactus growing here. And actually our aloe veras, the color is going to come into the flower soon. The mountains you see from Waikiki are the, okay, Ko'olua. Ko'olau Mountains. Okay, cool. Thanks, Jane. Well, Wendy's calling me. Sounds like dinner is ready, you guys. So guess what? I got to go for dinner. And I think she's doing a steak tonight, which is good. So you guys take care. Thanks for popping in there, Jane, Stormy, Max Lax, Milk Carton, and everybody else out there. It's just an okay live stream today. And anyway, happy Friday. I'll do another one tomorrow, maybe on Gulf Island Rock, and I'll head around the garden with the iPhone, with Wendy's iPhone. So you guys, cheers and aloha to everybody out there, and have a great weekend. Have a great Friday night. And I know in Hawaii right now, it is actually only 2:45 p.m., so it's 5:45 p.m. here on the southern Gulf Islands of Canada, right? So take care, Jane. Valley is the base of the cool. It sounds nice. Manoa Valley. Okay, cool. The Manoa Valley is right on. And Manoa I say the Manoa Hills. That's where Lion Arboretum is, up in Manoa, right? All right, Jane, take care. And everybody else, I better run. Wendy's calling me for dinner. So have a great night, everybody. And thanks for joining in the live stream. We will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.